Enda tu live kwanza. So unataka nini master? Unataka nini? Ni hizo nini? Aya, angalia sahi. Danito. Angalia. Angalia. Hai.
Very good morning and welcome to Mchana Open.
Hebu confirm audio iko sawa.
Iko sawa.
Iko sawa?
Camera.
Lakini hii kitu muweke chini. Muweke chini si compete na hiyo mic.
Checking 1 2 2 2 check. Check 1 2. A very good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Let's do levels.
Let's do what? Like a check.
Yeah. alongside Ngong Roads, somewhere tucked deep inside that beautiful city, alongside Ngong Road opposite Prestige Plaza. It's a nice overview of the city in the sun, and I hope you love it. So we are back here today to formally close the business for the Grand Mchana Open and deliver the African champion on this one. And here we go. There goes the lug. This is a match between ISHMAEL and Tetwa. Welcome to the stream. Quick comments. Francis Chibesa says Kenya looks nice. Indeed it does. And it has very beautiful people. Travis Fred talking of African time. Sorry about that for your precious minutes. If there's anyone that people have not been paying enough attention to, is Mofya in this tournament. But I want to promise you that might be the man to watch. Solid break there. Comes out dry. Weldy Brian, is the sound not okay? Am I not audible enough, Mr. Weldy Brian? I think I'm very audible. You might want to turn up your volume on your device. We just got underway, so of course the adrenaline catches on with time. The levels will get higher and higher and higher as time goes by. Some confirmation from Morgan Riak that the sound is okay. Thank you so much. ISHMAEL Mchana, all the way from South Africa. Of course, this tournament has also missed the presence of Aiden Joseph from down south. As well as Filani Mazamban and Kozi. The guy is full of life, Filani. Somehow, whenever he cheers on Aiden, I have never seen anything quite like it, Filani. You know, it's the way he believes in Aiden's abilities. He's a top player himself, but the way he cheers on Aiden, calls him hyena, breaking bonds, this guy. Onto the black ball, ISHMAEL Mchana to draw the fast blood. Bang, it's 1-0. ISHMAEL fighting to book a slot in the semi-final. Abdullahi Hussein says Sejemba is out, that's right. God knows Nyagona, I think, you say, didn't you miss me too? Well, honestly, not so much. Am I too honest? Priscilla? Is that
Okay, I'll take one for the team. I missed you. God knows. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. And thank you for joining us.
Oh, great. And there comes Priscilla taking off for the team. But I really appreciate all of you watching live from across the globe. And thanks for the comments. Keep them coming. We shall also be giving you briefs of the other matches. We basically have 4 consecutive matches ongoing across 4 tables within Mchana Pub and Grill right now. Of course, we got the first apple of the day, a red one. It's a reverse dish by ISHMAEL after a dry break by Mr. Moses Mofya.
God knows, Nyagona. I'm joking too.
All right. So Priscilla, how you know about these two players, and mostly, of course, even your understanding of ISHMAEL's, exploits, especially away from South Africa. What can you tell us about, his successes and his failures that you might be aware of?
I think I'd say his highest achievement has been African title. Should have been 2014 or so, if I remember well. That would be ISHMAEL's highest achievement. He's a hunter of sorts. Big gambler, that one. Goes around different countries hunting his prey. And many do fall prey to him. Earlier years, I remember it may have been his first hunting session. When he traveled to Uganda, he more or less swept the whole country. I think there's only one person that managed to beat him. But in recent years, the cards have flipped a little. Well, Uganda has improved. He hasn't been to Uganda recently. He mostly travels to Zimbabwe and Zambia. He's a mini resident in Zambia. He's always in Zambia. They've even given him a Zambian nickname, a Zambian name there, I believe. Top player. So is Mofya Moses, also a top player from Zambia, very defensive. If I'm to look at the style of play of these two, I'd say Mofya is the defensive player here, and ISHMAEL is more the attacker. But they both know how to do both very well. They know how to defend when necessary, and they do it well. ISHMAEL, I think, is just the more, I don't know how to put it, the more vicious one when it comes to attack. Mofya is a little more conservative. ISHMAEL takes a little more risks. They do pay out for the most part. A Mofya goes for a more easier or cleaner finish. He's a good defender and knows how to finish as well. Well, ISHMAEL clear. He delivered a red apple in the first frame, and now on the verge of a green apple. If he pots this black, it would be 2-0 in his favor, with Mofya only having taken to the table once to break in the first frame. He's taking his time, carefully measuring. And well done to him. Green apple there. A break and run from ISHMAEL. Off to a good start. The guy is serious, very serious. Mofya hasn't been given a chance to shine. A chance to show us what he has up his sleeves. This is the last 8 matchup, the quarterfinals. It's been a long time coming, a long road to this stage. These two players have really put on a good show, battling it out with several top players and shining in the process. Evans,
Yep.
Any predictions here?
Honestly, in my fair assessment, I think this game has not yet started. Still still early days. I think I predict Mofya will grow into this game, and we shall be treated maybe to a nail-biting decider at the very end of it all. It's just 2-0, nothing beyond that. If he wins one, he's already back into it, so it's really, really early. Yeah?
Yeah, true. I agree with you. Hi to you too, Eric Performerlands. Yeah, long time indeed since last night when we last met on the stream. Hope you're doing good and thank you for joining us. Who's your horse? Who are you rallying behind? Can I get some predictions? Care to share your thoughts?
Yeah, let's keep those predictions coming in the comment section. Let's hear what your thoughts are. These two humongous players from Zambia and South Africa. Both names that need no introduction. Some official updates on the Caesar game. As you can see already. Caesar 1, Sula 1. I want you guys to notice something, that the pace of these games will almost be the same. So it's 2 frames down on the other side. It's 2 frames down here. Joel calls it for Mofya. Mr. Deep House, you say you miss having Jinte Stanford in the tournament. You're having David Mchana as your host. I think he's a top contender really in this contest. Lacely, you say there's no chance for Mofya. Your words, not mine. Some well, 7-6 for ISHMAEL. No, this is a rest to 9, so can only end at 9. So I presume you mean 9-8, if I get you correctly, Mr. Gift Klanda. Daily updates. You ask a question about at what time is Caesar playing? Wow. Caesar is already on the table. And the scores on that game are 1-1. And there comes Mofya pulling one back. Told you so. This game is still too early to call. It's too soon, really. We cannot get proper direction from 3 frames. But if that last frame is anything to go by, I think top contender Mofya really with his accounts officially open. You say there's no chance. I think it's game on now. Your words, not mine.
Yeah,
Mr. Gift
game on.
Klanda.
1 visit clearances so far.
And the scores on that game
yet to miss 3 frames.
1-1.
Is this reminding you of something?
And there comes Mofya.
Is it?
I mean, I totally remember one of the best matches we saw yesterday, which was apple after apple, after apple after apple, right?
Yep, that was Caesar versus KK last night. 14 frames, 12 apples in total. Caesar gave us 8 and KK gave us 4. A mixture of red and green apples, a mixture of break and runs and reverse runs. They only missed 4 times in total.
Can you imagine?
You know, I'm going to try and count how many players these guys miss if they keep on playing at this pace and level. Those guys missed 4 times. Let's see how many times these guys miss. Yep, that was Caesar.
That was a world-class performance there.
14 frames, 12.
We were treated to maybe the best
Caesar
pool
gave us 8 and KK gave us 4.
But don't take my word for it. Let's watch this game closely because it's already promising to be something very close to that. And just some updates from across the tables. David Mchana is leading 1-0 against Sami Innocent. Patrick Mwangi, 1-1 up against Jeremiah Naidu. Caesar Chandiga versus Sula Matovu, 1-1. That's the update for now. Those are all the games concurrently running on the tables. Brian Kiprop says it's hard to predict this match. It's a match of surprises, you say. Totally agree with you. great. All eyes back onto this one. Question about how can we watch Caesar's game. So Caesar's game, best on the comments there. Let me just find something for you from the official communication from the Mchana Pool Club. The Caesar's match is on the Mchana Facebook page. You definitely want to check that out. Please like that page while at it. And remember to subscribe to the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel for such top-class streaming experience. And I hope you love it. You surely must love it. We totally appreciate the very, very good feedback. And the tough feedback as well. That was a really nice shot there by Mofya. Sorry, Mtetwa. Mr. Uganda, you're asking what is the name of the link of the Mchana Facebook page. What you definitely want to do is to go to the search part of Facebook and type in Mchana Pool Club. Just that. It will lead you straight into the Mchana Facebook page where the season match is streaming currently. I'll be finding you details on how you can catch the Jeremiah Naidu game as well against Patrick, which is standing at 1-1 now. Oh, goodness me. Beautiful. Lovely. Wow. There's a lot of brain work going into that shot there. You have to love it. Daniel Juma, how many Kenyans remaining at this stage? So we basically have 3 Kenyans left out of 8, which is a solid performance. David Njarembudi, Patrick Mwangi as well. And I see a comment there by Kibet Daniel. You say Kenya pool is seriously improving. Oh, sorry. We actually have 2 Kenyans, not 3. Sorry about that. 2 Kenyans, 2 South Africans, and then 2 Ugandans, and then 1 Zambian. Mofya on the table now. So that is basically Patrick Mwangi and Devin Janembodi, aka BK. So shall be grabbing my cup of coffee in a few moments to come. To get right into this one. Solid break there by Mofya. Dry break. So the best we are coming close to an apple is a red one. Can ISHMAEL deliver the goods? Remember that Patrick Mwangi, who's facing Jeremiah Naidu, kicked out Ibra Sejemba. Ibra Sejemba is the reigning champion of the Mchana Grand Open. That has to be remembered. Last year, such like a time, Ibra was fighting his way through a semi-final match and met Saif Hamad in the final. The nail-biting encounter. Patrick beating Ibra 9-6 to make it to this stage. Brian Kiprop offering some coffee for the commentators. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. Just being reminded about the last Tanzanian left as well, Sami Innocent, who gave a very good account of himself by knocking out Damien Overton. That kind of achievement was no mean feat. And now David Njarembudi is leading 2-1 up against Innocent Sami. Mofya trailing 1-3 to ISHMAEL Mtetwa. Patrick Mwangi trailing 1-2 to Jeremy Naidu. And Caesar Chandiga finds himself on the back foot. Up against Sulamatovu, 1-2. Brian Kiprop really wanting to know how he can buy a cup of coffee. All right. We shall see about that, Brian. Thank you so much for the offer, though. By the way, Priscilla, there's a Zambi, there's a word that I don't know if it's Zambian or Zimbabwean. And I learned this from Francis. Whenever somebody does something funny, you'd always call him Mkondo guy. What is a Mkondo guy?
No, it's not a word. It's actually a name. Like saying Okacha.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a name of somebody in Zimbabwe. Yeah, one of those characters that we have, bubbly characters in pool. Very much passionate about the sport. You know, like Bob in Uganda, passionate about the sport, always following and rallying behind his players. We have Bob in Zimbabwe. That's Mkondo, very passionate about the game, and always rallying behind the players. So it's his name. It's a name of a character we have.
So there's like Dr. Mkondo.
Yeah, that's his name. That's his
Is the
name
person Dr. Mkondo? Like it has become like a fictional character. So like, if for me, the way I understand it, if somebody is doing something funny or like, according to Francis, he was telling me, is like a fake doctor, like Dr. Mkondo, or some sorts. I don't know.
I mean, have you met a Q doctor? I've met a Q doctor, but he does not have a doctorate. You know, some of these names, you know, like it's a name. It's his full name.
Yeah,
we
so-
all
so-
give ourselves
Correct.
names.
So when I say this is an Mkondo guy, is like saying is a guy behaving like that guy or what?
Or maybe the characters are similar, but you know,
Correct.
he's Dr. Mkondo. That's his name. Just like Ibra is the killer. It's not a
Right.
murderer, but
Right.
it's just, you know, it's his nickname. Dr. Mkondo is
Right.
one of our most passionate pool personalities in Zimbabwe. Very passionate. Yeah, this is just basically what it is.
Right. So Wycliffe Aim says, good job. Do you have an account we can buy you guys beers?
Oh, thanks for that. I don't drink personally, but I'd love some Coca-Cola and Red Bull. I don't know about Evan.
I think, really, I'm beginning to take that a little bit serious. Maybe we shall give them a till, you know.
Yeah, true.
But thanks for the love, guys. We totally appreciate that. We don't take it for granted. We do this a lot out of passion and, of course, great support from the Mchana Pool Club to just ensure that everything is coming to you in the right manner. Brian Kiprop says, I'm glad to see this sport growing. Back in the day when I was growing up, pool was considered a no-go zone, you say? Yeah, sure, that's true. So it's basically becoming more of a sport than just a bar game, right? And as we progress in Kenya, of course, this is now beginning to be played in the right spaces as well to encourage very young players to actually play, especially if they're not allowed in, you know, spaces such as bars, for instance.
But you know what? I'd like to dispel that notion. I don't like the term bar sport.
Initially, I mean, in terms of perception, because remember, perception is a public thing. It's
still.
there could be what I'm calling individual opinions, but you go out there on the street. We have done countless interviews with the public media in Kenya. You ask them, and they would always ask that question, like, everybody has been associating this sport with some sort of people, you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but for me, it's not a bar sport. Just because you may find a pool table in a bar doesn't mean it's a bar sport. Just like if you may walk into a bar and see someone wearing Nike shoes, and you go to the next bar, you find someone else wearing Nike sneakers. It doesn't mean it's a bar shoe.
No way.
It just
True.
happens to be in that bar, that
Right.
particular bar you walked
Right.
into. Yeah,
Now,
but it's not a bar shoe.
I mean, I think I'm coming from a line of thought where I'm looking at progress in the sport in terms of allowing young players to come into the game. Now, any person under age of 18 is not allowed into a bar in Kenya, right? So you get what I mean, right? If ordinarily, initially, pool tables were more frequent in bars than arenas, you know, it was a little bit limiting. But now the space in Kenya has grown, you know, that we are seeing a lot of open spaces where young players can play. So that's the line of thought I'm coming, into this with.
I hear you, though I still just don't like that term. I don't like that term personally.
Yeah, sure. It's what people... And I think we also have a role to dispel that, don't we?
Yeah, true.
Correct. Now, just back to comments. Let me just catch a little bit of that, even as Mofya is shooting great on the yellows, with a nice bottom left. Lands him almost at the same part of the table. Let me just catch some comments there. Witness says, Wahoo. ISHMAEL scares me today. With those shots, he might win if this continues. Brian Fury, see exactly. He will be showing Adena money soon. Whatever that means. Brian Kiprop, you say, I'm glad to see this sport growing. Back in the day, of course, I think I had read that already. Brian Fury, you say BJ is here.
Actually, that guy, Brian Piri, he's another big comedian.
Ah, yeah.
That's Mkondo. That's the Mkondo of South Africa.
That is a Mkondo guy.
That's the
Hey, Mr. Mkondo guy
of South Africa.
Good morning, Podge. We have the pleasure of having Podge in studio this morning. And it is, allow me to say good morning this afternoon, sir.
All right. Evan Sokacha, what a moment here we are having here. It's been fantastic all over. And here we are, a Zambian against a South African. I think this is a South African affair. Wow. And they're playing two different. Zambians are more defensive. The South Africans are more attacking. So we are up for, and the rest to 9. It's very interesting indeed. Priscilla, you are a South African person. Zimbabwe, in other words. ISHMAEL is, how many is ISHMAEL? 4. And Mofya is what? Mofya is on what?
1.
Or 1.
With a total of 4 apples so far. ISHMAEL has delivered 2 break-and runs and 1 reverse dish. Mofya has delivered 1 break-and run.
Okay, that's interesting. But going forward, Zambians can be very defensive. They're one of the best defensive players we ever have in snookering, and what they're very, very defensive. And here, the Zambian is trailing. Mr. Evans, I think this Zambian, going forward, you might see some extremely unique defense play from the Zambian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of followers from Zambia are watching this game with bated breath. I want to imagine William Soko is already on the stream. This is the last Zambian left standing, so it means a lot for them to win this. It's their only chance at glory when it comes to the Grand Mchana Open. But the way the scoreline is looking right now, honestly, I think all odds are stacked up against Mofya. I had expected that he will grow into this game with time, and I think he's very late into this party. 4-1 is allowing too much, gap between yourself and your opponent. But maybe just before I swallow my words for breakfast, seems like Mofya is up against the black to the bottom left corner pocket.
Evans, trust me, these are fighters. This young boy, Mofya, is a fighter and a half. We are here for a big race. We are here for a big game. Trust me, I can assure you.
And there we go, dying 4-2. Maybe this match will keep getting closer and closer. But let's wait for it. MB Deep saying, me and William Soko, we are never on the same side, supporting the same side. We should meet for a match.
Everybody wishes to play with William Soko because we know how he plays. It's the easiest. That's free money.
Even me.
But before we go for too long, Poj, I think there's a comment about a scoreline of 5-0 between yourself and a lady shooter. Is there any part of your memory that you can refresh us on?
I was playing Rukia. But trust me, from the bottom of my heart, I'm an African man. We never beat women on open tables. We beat them elsewhere. But
Well, the 5-0 scoreline is something that is coming out of the comment section there. But let me just catch some comments from Isaac Wabi. You say Mofya can't survive champion ISHMAEL, you say. Those are your words, not mine. Let me just get you an update on the other games, by the way, because we have a lot of other games ongoing at the same time.
Sorry, Evans. Apart from the TV table, the other blockbusters. Wow, Priscilla. Ganda is up against a tough Kenyan. Maluva is up against, Matovu Sula is up against Caesar Chandiga. So it's very interesting, even on the other tables. But this is it.
Yeah, can I give just an analogy of the number of frames that have been played on every table? So on this table, we have 5 frames played. On the Patrick Mwangi table, we have 5 frames played. On the Caesar Chandiga table, we have 5 frames played. And on the Innocent Sami table, we have 3 games played. Now, that's a very defensive game already, but you can tell the pace of play at this level of at the tournament. A lot of consistency in terms of pace of play, but in terms of the actual scoreline, Moses Mofya clearly trailing 2-4 to ISHMAEL Monteto now. We have Patrick Mwangi, who draws up level to go 3-3 against Jeremiah Naidu. Caesar Chandiga is on a back foot, 2-4, is trailing, right? I know that's big news out of that table. Innocent Sami is trailing David Njanembodi 1-2. That's how we're looking on all the tables. I hope you're up to date. Back to this game now.
Evan Sokacha, this has been a success so far. It's very interesting. And just behind us is a tournament director. Could you just give just a view of going forward, and the support people have had? Mato, you're tournament director. Is anything unique? Anything you can say so far? Because so far it's a big success.
Big success, full of surprises. Nobody outside of Kenya expected the 2 Kenyans to make the quarterfinals. And quite a surprise, the defending champion exited the tournament at the round of 16. 8 players left, right, all very capable of winning, right, except for the ISHMAEL and Mofya game. Okay. All the other quarterfinals are very close, so it can be anyone. So we want to finish strong, to be on time. So we predict to finish the prize giving ceremony around 9 to 10 p.m. today. Yeah.
So people will sleep early tonight because tomorrow is a Monday.
No, we want to party after the event.
Yes. It's going to be a party after party.
A big one, a big party after.
There you have. Evans Okacha, Evans, we've just been assured by the tournament director everything is going to be at schedule. So after the 10 p.m. prize giving, it will be a party after party. So get assured, Priscilla. I hope you've worn your shoes, dancing shoes, because it's going to be crazy here. Evans Okacha, you're ready for the party after party.
Thank you so much. I'm ready for the dance at the award ceremony and the celebration. If there's anybody who always wins, is the referees and the tournament director and the commentators. They all play in the final regardless. At least a role. Is it not?
Yeah, you're right in a way. True. And back to this game, it's 4-2, ISHMAEL to the good. Mofya is putting up a show of his own here. He's trailing, but that doesn't mean he is doing too badly. I mean, if we're to look at the stats, the number of apples by ISHMAEL, which is 3 apples. That then just goes to show you that it's not really failure by Mofya. Rather, he's not being given much of an opportunity to take to the table. Isaac, there I see you asking, how do you say good morning in Zimbabwe? Well, the 2 main local languages in Zimbabwe are Shona and Ndebele. In Shona we say Mangwanani. In Ndebele we say Ilivugenjani. Anyway, very difficult position. Mofya has left himself in there. Partially snookered, if not totally snookered. That execution was a little off. The idea was noble, it was a good idea. But the execution, not so much. Okay, that's the best he could do, I suppose, given. Do you think we'll see a decider here?
You know, as I had said earlier, Pris, Mofya came into this a little bit late, but I think at 4-2, clearly he's beginning to grow into this game. He's not letting that distance grow too much. At 4-1, that was very concerning, because very easily if it goes to 5-1, that could begin to really be a very, very tough gap to compensate. But I've seen sort of a rookie mistake from ISHMAEL there on that red ball to the top right corner pocket, inviting Mofya back to the table. And I think this game is a combination of a number of things. So I think one is chances. When you have them, you must take them. Secondly is just minimizing on mistakes, because those are what, like, the elements that, you know, offer the chances to your opponent. So when we see ISHMAEL giving away what looks like a very rookie, you know, easy chance to Mofya, I think it could also just mean that either ISHMAEL is getting a little bit more comfortable in this game. Same thing I was asking Jerry yesterday. He starts off very strong, gives a good gap, but then very easily, you know, a lot of players catch up with him, you know, and then now he has to fight to a decider, you know, in a game that clearly looked very, very, favorable to him. So I think in terms of a possibility of a decider here, I think that's very, very possible. Not probable in my honest assessment, but it is very, very possible. And now, by the way, just in terms of some history, these are games. I see some history here, Priscilla. Maybe you want to walk us through this, because there's a lot of statistics here.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking of, as you're talking about Jerry, he has put up such a fight in this tournament. He's faced a lot of big players, big names, so to speak, and a lot of deciding frames that he's won in. It's been a tough show for him, but he's been lucky enough and good enough. He faced Joseph Kosozi, who won that in the decider, 9-8. There was Bonika Mansour, he won 7-5. That was also another very close encounter. He faced Amadeus from Tanzania. He won 7-6. He actually came back from 6-4, I think, to win in the decider. Benson Gwendo from Kenya, he won 7-2 in that one. I think maybe that one was his least stressful one, judging from the scoreline, as well as the game against Calvin the day before yesterday in the morning. Against Calvin, he won 7-3.
Yeah, I mean, speaks to the same thing, right? Because, goodness me, what about that red chop to the corner? And now, look at the scoreline, it's back to 4-3. I think this game is back to parity. There's parity here because at 4-3, I think ISHMAEL, growing from 4-1, has a lot of wind behind his sails now. A lot of momentum is on his side. But thanks for that statistics. I mean, for players like ISHMAEL, like Jerry, that are very good and very quick off the blocks and allowing other players to grow into the game, we have seen from that statistics that you've just shared with us that they put themselves in a very tough position at the very end of the game. They end up playing a lot of deciders or games that have very slim margins in terms of the winner. So I think I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one evolves. But if it stays as is, if the trend keeps happening, then I think a decider is loading, honestly, because Mofya, with a growing confidence, could actually maybe even take a lead at some point in this game.
Yeah, I think so. It's very possible. And I think a lot of it will depend on the break. The way these guys are queuing, they're queuing very well. And in most instances, I mean, players of this caliber, normally they punish you for just a dry break. We've had so many, most of these frames have actually been cleared with one visit. I think maybe 2 frames where we did not see an apple. And like the last frame was rather tactical.
Right.
Mofya overpowered ISHMAEL in that one. I think Mofya is a little more defensive, maybe a little better when it comes to a defensive game. ISHMAEL may be a little better when it comes to an attacking game, so they're balancing it out nicely for our entertainment. It's a good show, definitely a good show.
Indeed, indeed. Some flowers on the comment section for you, Priscilla, from one Rapu that says, Priscilla, you're a very good commentator. I'm loving the pool as well. Flowers for you there.
Thank you.
I see William Soko is up and about now. Says shooting Mofya rest to 9 is two-way a long journey. Well, I think based on your understanding, William, I would be very interested to know your prediction, William. Just post your prediction, on the comment section. And thank you so much for the flowers, William. Says commentator's box, salute, great job. Mofya bangles it, misses a very easy red to the bottom left corner pocket.
I think William will predict an ISHMAEL win scoreline, or most likely. Anyway, ISHMAEL here, back on the grind. Happy at that opportunity for a visit on this particular frame. Not a difficult clearance. All balls do have a clear path to at least one pocket. How's that for cue ball management? Well played, ISHMAEL. ISHMAEL Mtetwa, aka Die Hard. That's his nickname. One of his biggest fans, Silo Dick from SA, from South Africa, calls him Ish the Mile. Always chanting, and Ish is a mile. And he really is a die-hard character. A veteran in the game. They both are actually very senior players. They've been at it for more than a decade in getting better at it. They're aging well, like fine wine in the game. Good shooting there, ISHMAEL. The focus, the focus, the focus. He's shooting to kill, like his T-shirt says there. One shot, one kill. He's working hard at it.
It's a nice message in the T-shirt. I didn't catch it, actually. One shot, one kill. With a nice montage of somebody shooting pool. ISHMAEL. Question about City's participation in the tournament. City was knocked out in the very early stages by Kachari. You guys know Kachari. Basically, Henry Mwangi. It's called Henry Mwangi in Uganda. He's a top solid shooter. And now there comes ISHMAEL on the black to go 5-3. Does it nicely.
Very nicely. One shot, one kill. Just going back to his T-shirt there. That says one shot, one kill. If you see the picture on his T-shirt, we see a little picture of a man on the pool table. The stance, what we call doggy style in pool, where you have your cue stick behind your back. That actually reminds me of back in, was it 2014 or 2013? About a decade ago, when he traveled to Zimbabwe and he gave everyone no black. Let me just go to Jinte. We've seen Jinte in the picture here Well, he's rallying behind one of these two. I'm not sure who. But we saw him lose sourly last night, the last game of last night. He did very well in the earlier stages of the match, but lost
maybe
his
a question. What could Jinta be saying on that phone call? Could you guess? He's calling home. Just giving a brief report of the outcome. Could it be?
I think he's telling them, hey, I underrated the Kenyans.
Yeah, maybe just a slight correction, actually. Thank you so much, Brian Adero. Actually, City was knocked out by ISHMAEL, but he was knocked out by Henry Mwangi on the Shujaa Kenya tournament. I think I was remembering that more. Luande Bro, you say pure class. Thank you so much. Now this game is getting very close to home now. 8 frames down. A possible of a maximum of 9 more to go. Brian Curry, good morning. How are you today? Chairman is fine. Dr. Lav Hassan wanting some updates. We shall get you another round of updates shortly. Let me just get back to my Q score. Psalms 254, you say, what a match. Beautiful commentary also. Thank you so much. FC Davis, thanks for the flowers. Say nice work. I am still waiting for William Soko's prediction on this one.
I doubt you'll get it because informally these two are both Zambians. ISHMAEL is as good as Zambian now. I mean, he spends, I think it's safe to say, most of his time now in Zambia. Most of his time he spends in Zambia, so it's as good as he's Zambian.
I think these players then, are actually very familiar to each other in terms of understanding each other's style of play. Just also based on a lot of interactions in Zambia. And, the reason why I would want Soko's qualified opinion, I would call it, is just so that I'm able to match that at the very end of his match to see how close we come in terms of how best we understand our players and how they play against each other at different events and stages. So William Soko, back to you, sir. In the meantime, some updates. David Njanembodi leading 3-2 against Innocent Sami. Patrick Mwangi toe-to-toe with Jeremy Naido, 4-5. Jeremy leading. Sula Matovu versus Caesar. Caesar recovers. So it's 4-4, all tied at 4-4. Kibe Daniel reminding me that Soko predicted. Yeah, you guys say he predicted 9-7. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the update. 9-7 to Mofya, of course. So let's see how close we come to that Soko at the very end of it all.
Yeah, I was actually, I didn't finish my little story there. I just remembered when I was talking about ISHMAEL's t-shirt.
Right.
You see the stance of the guy pictured on the t-shirt there, like with the doggy style stance with the Q behind his back. About a decade or so ago, he toured Zimbabwe and he gave the whole country doggy style offer. Like anybody, I'll play against anybody, doggy style.
Wow.
And he did very well at it. He punished.
And which style of play was that? Is it just the stance or?
Basically, just the whole way. He cannot focus, the typical way like he's focusing now.
Right.
He has to play with his cue behind his back. That was his offer, that he would play like that from beginning to end with the cue stick behind his back, just like the man pictured on his t-shirt. But he can't dare do that now.
No,
he knows
not
it.
at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
He's acknowledged that Zimbabweans have improved.
Right.
But yeah, his t-shirt just made me go down memory lane. He's down to the black now. What a clearance it has been.
Oh,
The black
goodness.
is down. He further extends the lead. 6-3 it is now. He now needs 3 frames to run this. Mofya needs twice as many. Look at Mofya there. Not sure if I can say that's a worried look. ISHMAEL taking a sip of water. He needs that. He's working hard on the table. He's really working hard. I can see Senzo Gomede behind ISHMAEL there in the crowd watching. Yeah, I can see him smiling. I'm not sure if he's smiling at the fact that Mofya is trailing after he lost 7-0 to Mofya the other day. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure he doesn't mind. He's a good sport, and they are good pals anyway, Mofya and Senzo. Frame number 10 loading. Is it number 10, I believe? Number 10 or number 9? I think I do need that coffee.
Yeah, let's get that coffee now, I think.
Yeah, I need to wake up.
I think we all left this place very late yesterday night. But we are back in full voice anyway. So back to the table. A decent break there. Patrolling this table, inspecting every shot. How did that ball stay up top? Didn't drop. It's now Mofya's turn to the table. Can he fight his way back into this one? Mofya. The red ball to the top right. Just goes for a natural white there to come back to the center table. He has 3 options. The red to the center, red to the bottom left, and red to the bottom right. But what makes more sense is the red to the bottom left, and I think that's what he really is gonna go for. Correct. Nicely done. Is he able to see the red to the bottom left again? Because if he sees it, that would be a very good resolution of what I can consider a problem ball for now, but maybe not for too long. These players are built through a lot of fire. They can get in and out of hard positions very easily.
Leslie Mokaila there in the comment section says ISHMAEL is probably the worst opponent in the last 8 for Mofya. I may agree with you, actually. I think purely based on the fact that of all the players remaining in the tournament, ISHMAEL has the most knowledge of Mofya's game. He may have Mofya's password. So it may play to his detriment, to Mofya's detriment. It would have been better for him to play with someone with less knowledge on Mofya's game.
Right.
ISHMAEL knows Mofya very well,
Yeah.
and knows how to play to his tune. But you never know. See how it goes. It's highly tipped in ISHMAEL's favor at the minute. The odds are stacked against Mofya. But who's to say? I mean, I've seen a lot of recoveries happen.
Yeah.
So you never know. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Let's see how it goes. ISHMAEL is queuing very well, though. Mofya has to put up a really, really good fight to win this.
Yeah, I mean, just picking up from Priscilla's words, if there's anybody left in this tournament that can crack Mofya, surely must be ISHMAEL. And that's the match we have. Could it have been an unlucky draw or a floor chart for Mofya in this tournament? Maybe yes, maybe not. He cannot see that ball, can he? I think it passes. He looks frustrated. Look at that face. Doesn't land the position he was looking for. A very quick update from other tables. Caesar has taken control of that game now between him and Sulematovu, leading 5-4. Goodness me. Oh, unfortunate. That's unlucky. Very unlucky there. Very, very unlucky. Now, the game between David Mchana and Innocent Sami is tied out at 3-3. And the game between Patrick Mwangi and Jeremiah Naidu, Jeremiah leading 5-4. That's the update as of now from other tables. And I think Mofya, just like a lion stalking a gazelle in the savannah, is crawling back into this game.
One ball at a time, he shoots away. He looks very focused. He's not letting the lead by ISHMAEL get to him, I think. Nicely taking his time. One shot at a time. One shot, one kill. George William in the comment section, you're asking me, Priscilla, whom are you supporting? To be honest, I'm being very honest, I'm not supporting either of the two. I'm supporting good Paul. And whoever's turn it will be is the person I'll be supporting, hoping they manage to shine. I actually do like both of them. They play very well. They're good sportsmen. So either or for me, it'll be good. I wouldn't mind either outcome. And Mofya is down to the black, looking to lead looking to narrow the frame gap now, 6-4. ISHMAEL still in the lead. 6-4 it is. What a show. 10 frames down out of a possible 17. It's a best of 17 frames or first to 9. We see our lady referee there from Uganda, very professional, racking as the players prepare for the next frame.
Very well. I was just looking at Caesar walking past the studio here. I don't know why he's not on the table, because I know that game is not over yet. He might have taken a slight break. Wanted to ask him, but Caesar, in his classic fashion, disappeared. He's never a fan of a lot of attention. Nancy Tenai Haukas, the Duchess of Norway. How are you today? You say, good job, Okacha and Priscilla. Where is Priscilla from? Well, Priscilla is from Zim. The top lady commentator. And a top shooter out of Zimbabwe. By the way,
remove the word top kindly.
Yeah, I mean, she's also very modest, by the way, and magnanimous.
I'm being honest.
And it's not just honesty alone, because I think, based on our conversation yesterday, Priscilla, is there any Kenyan lady shooter that you can, give a challenge?
I wouldn't mind playing any Kenyan lady.
Right.
I've played one so far, but I wouldn't mind playing any other. Yeah.
How do you find the level of the Kenyan ladies, the quality of the game so far?
They do still have a lot to learn, like myself. I would say myself and the Kenyan ladies that I've gotten to watch are still behind the likes of Lukia, Rashida, Rita, Anka Shida from Uganda. I mean, many of us, to be honest, many of us aspire to get to the level of the likes of Lukia, etc. So yes, we're not yet at that level. But one day is one day. I'm coming for you, Lukia and Rashida. I'm going to put in 10,000 hours of training. Then I'll come for them.
Right. There we go. Very nice chop to the bottom left by ISHMAEL. There's a lot of fan support on the left side of the building. Shall be giving you an update on that. But before I go for too long, Mofya missed a very simple yellow to the center, allowing... oh my goodness. That was a very good idea. And very bold as well. Especially at this level of play. That's a big risk to take. You lose a chance to the table. And you're blown out of the water. Joel Tucker say, Mofya, what's that honesty? Just pressure on yourself. Well, you say, what's that honestly? Oh, I get it. Witness, you say Priscilla should tour Uganda. For lady money matches, I'm sure she can beat them all. I'm also pretty sure about that. And by the way, I think before Priscilla leaves for Zim, I think it will be really good to see her play against the winner of the final between the ladies.
Hey, what do you have against me? Oh, goodness. What have I done to you? What wrong have I done to you? I apologize for whatever it is I did you wrong.
I mean, just for fun. Can you believe I'll be playing Peter Chobe?
Can you believe what?
I'll be playing Peter Chobe myself. Just like a friendly race between commentators. I'll also be playing Sams from TZ.
I'm going to referee that one.
Yeah, they don't know what's coming yet because I'm going to smash them real good. And they know it. They truly know it. Please. Ah, goodness me. I think I've been playing, not very well in the recent days. But I think my game is getting back. I've had a little bit of table time for the last 2-3 months.
Stephen K is in the comment section says, ISHMAEL looks like Malema. Hi, Kona. No.
Hi, Kwena. Hi, Kwena. Mazambane.
Hey, yeah, he's playing Mazambane shots. Mazambane is a term used mainly in South Africa and a little in Zimbabwe for, it's basically top shot.
Yeah.
The Mazambane shot is a top shot, yeah.
I would really be really happy if you can just give us some Shona Kidogo on this game. For the next 1-2 minutes, just to get a good, vibe of diversity across the continent.
What do you want me to say in Shona?
Just like,
then I'll translate.
Just like detail this game for us in Shona. Just keep going for it. Not specific, no specific words.
But most of the viewers won't understand.
We have a lot of viewers from Zim as well.
Yeah, but
just for them for 2 minutes. It's okay. For them for 2 minutes, it's fine.
Magadi, I think I'm done.
Magadi, everyone.
That means how are you?
Yeah, I caught it because that's how you open up, right? So let's go for it. Come on, Priest. Come on for it. 1 minute then.
1 minute's done already.
So how would you describe that shot in... How would you describe that shot in Shona? For instance, the fact that Mofya is walking around the table.
That shot by ISHMAEL, we call it dege in Zimbabwe. That touch game is dege. Dege. That's what we call it when we refer to a touch game. And Mofya's style of play, which is usually snookering, which he does very well. We say tsono.
Tsono.
Yeah, we say tsono. So yeah, there's some Shona lingo for you.
Yeah, so tsono and dege. Dege, touch. Tsono? Snooker. There we go, guys. How else would you learn? Some words from witness about my exploits up against Chobe and Sams. You guys have no clue how I play pool. Stay locked for that. We shall play on this TV table. Just to see who comes out of it with the ultimate honors. Priscilla Muzekuli, next time, comp ngatile double life. How kukwira ndege kungombo kokoroa one kwa hazwiko.
Well tried on reading Shona, but I'm sure
Can
the
you read that
Shona
now?
community in on the
I've just
stream is
butchered.
laughing.
I've just butchered your language.
Okay, let me read it correctly for you. That's a message from Stallone Samuriwo. He says, Priscilla mudze kuti next time comp ngaite double life. Kukwira ndege kungonorowa kawana zviko. He's basically saying, Priscilla, tell him that next time the competition must be a double life competition. Because taking a flight just to go just have one shot at it, one life, nah, it ain't on. That's basically what he said.
I think he makes a fair point. I think the organizing committee is very, very aware of that already in terms of feedback. Good afternoon back to you, Hillary. Good afternoon back to you as well, Kingsley. Saw you in the comments. Stallone says, I think KKK is very heavy laughter. You say, Hakuna Shona, Yakadaro, Mdara, Mdara, Mdara. What are you saying, Mdara?
He's saying your Shona is non-existent, basically.
Okay, good. Great. Luandile, you say, oh my word, are you ready for Peter's commentary if he wins? Now let's get back to this game really. There's advances in the match. Just to bring you up to speed there. Let's get away from all the shorter vibes now. And this match between myself and Chobe, which is already decided. If you want to bet on the right side. Don't lose your money, because else you will lose it. 7-4 scoreline in favor of ISHMAEL. He's in a tough spot now, Mofya. I think this is getting away. William Soko, you say Pashata. Kuchalo.
It's ugly now. It's turned ugly.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
means it's ugly, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be saying Kuchalo, Kuchalo, Kuchalo? I see what you mean there, MB Deep. MB Deep.
Yeah, Peter be like, he says, MB Deep says, Peter be like, you can ask Evans from Kenya, I beat him miserably. Yeah, I mean, he's basically taking it from how Peter, in a lot of his commentaries, has been referring to the fact that he beat Francis when they were at the Cafe Billiards tournament a week or so ago. And Francis will not hear the end of it. Peter keeps going on about it. Yeah, that's what he's saying. And if he beats you too...
I become this part of the statistic, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be a statistic that Chobe will never want to refer to, because the odds are stacked up against him. What you guys have never known, by the way, is that I beat Peter Chobe in Kampala, in Tinder. And I smacked him real good. Now, I'm not lying. If I'm lying, you guys call up Peter Chobe and ask him how he went home looking. It was really bad. Pashata.
Congrats to you, Peter. Oh, sorry, I mean Evans. You see, you're becoming like Peter. You're now talking like Peter, bragging about your wins.
Yeah, just before we confirm it, because honestly, I think I'm really looking forward to that one in terms of play. But back on this table, Mofya on the table now. The pattern still looks a little bit complex for both the yellows and the reds.
And by the way, I played one frame against Peter here when I arrived. Ask him how it went.
Okay, so we all at least get to smash Peter. Simon Peter, Chobe. Mofya on the yellows to take that yellow to the center left pocket. Let's see how it goes there. As done, very, very nicely done to get behind that yellow ball. And that yellow ball is going back to that same as bottom left corner pocket. A comment from you, Vincent Nyakundi. You say, we are lucky as a continent to have three best commentators in Evan Sokacha, Peter Chobe and Priscilla. You have added spice to this tournament. Say hi to Priscilla. Priscilla, hi. Priscilla is sending a lot of love back to you, Vincent. William Soko, you say you should televise Evans versus Peter Chobe race. Everyone wants to watch it. Now, that will be bigger than Caesar versus Aiden, right? I know.
What is William Soko saying?
So I'm going to play Peter Chobe. No, I'm going to smash Peter Chobe in a game of pool. He will just happen to participate in it.
Let's put it easy. Let's put it a bit more interesting. Can we all the commentators, all of us, we do maybe a serious tournament for commentators only?
You know, generally women get head starts, right? FYI.
Okay, why will Priscilla cry so early before even you make the framework of the tournament? Why? You look like you're crying, Priscilla. What is the problem?
No, I'm just saying women generally get head starts. You know that.
All right. Okay.
FYI.
Let us assure you, you will get a head start.
Indeed, I'll be happy to give up. You know, yesterday Caesar offered me a head start of 11 in a race to 10. I thought that was not very respectful. So I want to play Caesar, by the way, in an exhibition match. Rest to 11, rest to 10, head start of 11. He said it.
Funny, yeah, well.
Yeah.
You might lose that one.
He actually might lose it because I won't show up. Look at that. William Soko has his money on me, by the way, Podge.
All right.
Because I'll smash Chobe. I'm serious.
Okay, sorry for that. How much is Evans, Soko, William Soko is putting on you? How much?
Well, he will declare that, but I think we can do a slight pot of about 10,000 Kenya shillings, no pressure, so that then we also just have fun.
All right. Trust me, the same amount I'll put for Chobe Life. He's a good friend of mine. You're a fellow countryman, but I know how you play. You can.
I think this gentleman has a lot of money to lose. Great. Now, in terms of updates, let me just bring you up to date. Innocent Sami 4-4 versus David Mchana. Moses Mofya, it's clear, 5-7 to ISHMAEL. Patrick Mwangi, now that's the tightest game, 6-6 versus Jeremiah Naidu. Caesar Chandiga leading Sulamatovu 7-5. Wow. Now, there we have it. There we have it. Landile, just confirming that Kenyans are proving a hard nut to crack. I tell you what, any Kenyan left in this competition actually is really top of his game right now. And not just Kenyans actually. All these 8 players left in this match, in this game, are top shooters. You know, you cannot take anything away from the talent that they have showcased, you know, across the last 3 days. Okay, Mofya, trying to see if he can narrow that gap to 7-6, just a 1 frame gap. Mofya patrolling the table. He's checking for the most potent shot that gives him access to the upper side of the table, closest to the bulk area. Wants to go for a dip screw. Well, simple drawback. Does he come up short? An overhead shot there for your liking. I think he sees it. It passes. It passes all the way in, next to the black, but he has to be really tight. And then he needs to leave leave himself a nice cue ball position for the yellow up top to the bottom right corner pocket. Wow, very good. Not the best position for the cue ball in terms of manipulating the cue ball beyond that position. Now, ISHMAEL seems to be very concerned. Look at his face, springs off his chair very quickly. He's back onto the table, ISHMAEL. I fancy him making a clearance out of this one. Simple basic pull. Very easily accesses the lower side of the table. Now he needs a slight follow for the red ball to the bottom right corner pocket. It's not very easy to, well, I think a slight follow would do. Well, goes for a stun, but comes too close to the red to the center pocket. I don't think he fancies going for that shot now. He's going to try to go for the red ball farthest to the short rail, but closest to the two balls by the short rail. No. Changes his mind, goes the other way, and now bungles it, and that's why he really should not have gone for that shot. Lucky, very lucky. Inadvertently snookers
Mchana.
Mofya.
Tsono.
Mchana is Tsono. Actually, he Tsono's Mofya.
Gertrude Kawa, I see in the comment section asking there, what time will ladies play the final? The ladies' final will be between the two Ugandan sisters, Lukia and Rashida. That is scheduled for 4 p.m. And just for a little brief on today's timetable schedule. We have, ooh, yeah, I know. Good pot and keyboard management. On today's schedule, back to that, at 2 p.m. we are scheduled to watch the semi-finals of the men's category. At 4 p.m. the ladies' finals. And then at 5:30 p.m. we have the finals of the team events. At 7:30 p.m. we have the finals for the men events. Well, the men's singles category. After that, we should be seeing the prize giving taking place at 9:30. That's when the curtain will come down for the tournament. So yeah, we've got an awesome day lined up for us. Good clearance from ISHMAEL. Now nicely sitting at the top of the hill. Pressure to Mofya. But then again, an old man once told me, it's not pressure unless you're not prepared. Could he pull back, you reckon?
Well, 4 frames without ISHMAEL winning one is not anywhere close to the story that scoreline tells us up until this moment. Because Mofya would need to win 4 frames, without ISHMAEL winning any for him to actually turn this around. I don't think that's really possible. Honestly, it's very good and very important to be optimistic in life. In fact, we encourage it. But needs to really be within realistic levels of optimism. Otherwise, then it becomes a pipe dream. So I think in terms of just being brutally honest on this one, I think it's a question of when, not if. We definitely know the semi-finalist here. It's clear.
Never say never as ISHMAEL scratches on the break.
Wow.
I tip Mofya to try and go for a clearance here. Give us a red apple, Mofya. Let's see if he can manage it. It would be his second apple of the day.
Let's see what happens there, because if this guy wins this frame, maybe I can just have my words back, just take them back, because maybe, I could be wrong, I've seen crazy pool matches. For instance, this one crazy team event match that Mchana Knights were playing against Chilis of Nakuru. It was 12-6, in favor of Mchana Knights. And that game ended 13-12. I have never, ever seen anything like that, Priest.
Who won
never.
It? The trailing team?
The trailing team at 12-6.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine?
Massive comeback, hey? I think I witnessed a similar comeback between the Atta Warriors and... who are they playing again? I've forgotten now. But the team they were playing... the team they were playing also engaged a serious handbrake when they were playing against the Atta Warriors.
Right.
It happens. It happens in sport. It could happen right now. You never know. Never say never. And it looks like Mofya is well on his way to recording a reverse dish here. He's doing well. He could have been working towards the 7-7 scoreline if he had just managed to clinch the previous frame. It could have been 7-6 right now,
Yeah.
but instead it's 8-5. There's a huge difference between 7-6 and 8-5. He has to work really hard here.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of the most competitive matches we've seen so far, I don't know what your comment is in terms of the toughest handbrake we've seen. I would call it for Caesar against KK at 5-2, and the game ends at 9-5. That was a serious handbrake there.
Oh yeah, serious. And the man was serious. Caesar delivered 4 break and runs and 4 reverse dishes. Keke was also doing well. He delivered 2 green and 2 red as well.
Yeah, sure. There's like literally, I don't think KK made any mistake. The only mistake he made was to draw Caesar. Because in the game of pool, different from boxing, you can sit on that seat and have, your tough judgment delivered.
True. They were hardly making any mistakes. And I literally counted how many times they failed to make a pot aside from the break. There were 3 dry breaks. But aside from the break, in all 14 frames, I only saw 4 misses. A total of 4 misses. Same number of red balls I had yesterday. 4. Magical number.
Magical number. That was very clinical. Now Mofya pulls one back, 8-6. And how close will this one get? We all know that Mofya was very late into this party. Seems to be launching a fight back. Look at Mtetwa. He looks very relaxed with I think that's a poker face. I think behind that calm face is a lot of worry. But look at Mofya, looking all composed, but very concerned. Just cutting the frame of a man fully focused on delivering an apple. Some of these games are getting very close. Caesar leading 7-6 against Sulamatovu. Let me just do one very quick round around the tables to give you the perfect updated score lines. And bring you also the vibe from around the tables, because there's a lot of cheering in other matches as well. Oh my goodness, scratches, and maybe that could be it. That could really be it. What do you think, Apris? It's a foul break, cue ball in hand, and look at the spread of the balls. Surely it's possible, is it not?
Very much possible, highly possible actually. I think there's a 95% chance of ISHMAEL clearing this. 5% chance of me clearing, and the other way, 95 of ISHMAEL clearing. I think he may just end this, rounding it off with a red apple, a reverse dish, which I find very sour. I always say I don't like it when matches are one-sided in the last frame. One visit clearances. I feel both players should be given an opportunity to play, but hey, it's part of the game. It happens. And if it does happen for ISHMAEL, it'd be kudos to him. ISHMAEL there after his first visit, nicely going around the table. I think he wants to make sure. Doesn't look too happy with the positioning of the cue ball there, but he's hoping this is the last frame of the day as far as this particular matchup is concerned. And table still open. He fails to close table. It was not an easy shot. He could have used the red to help guide his yellow into the pocket there. Advantage to Mofya, who's taking advantage of the yellows there. He may as well clear. And just for a quick update on other matches on other tables. Innocent Sami from Tanzania is 5-5 up against David Njane. That has been toe-to-toe, that particular encounter. Moses Mofya on this table, of course we all know he's down 8-6, but looking to make it 8-7 after this visit. Patrick Mwangi, aka VP from Kenya, is down 8-6 against Jeremiah Gandaganda Naidu from South Africa. And Caesar Chandiga, aka the Scorpion, is up against Sulamatovu, fellow countryman Caesar is up 7-6. That's what's happening in the neighborhood. Mofya here down to 2 yellows. MB Deep Vibe says heartbreak was a Jinter match. From scoring every ball to missing every ball. Luck switched from Jinter to David. It happens, eh? It happens to the best of us, or the best of them. Mofya is down to 1 for here. And will I tell her, Dennis, are you not speaking prematurely here? Congratulating your countryman already, saying congratulations, Ishmael. You never know, it's not over till the whistle blows. Let's wait for the lady referee to blow her whistle. Mofya has just missed that last yellow and has given advantage back to Ishmael. Which he did not take full advantage of. Looking at his facial expression, is very disappointed in himself. Okay, but it's calmed down quickly. Saying something to his countryman, fellow countryman Senzo there. Probably expressing his disappointment. Disappointed in himself in the manner, with the manner in which he executed it. Ooh, well done. I couldn't see that there was, couldn't tell there was a clear path for that yellow. He cheated the draw a little, and it worked out. He's down to the black and pulls another one back, shaking his head in the process. I think he's just relieved. He managed to get another frame here, another chance. Chance is a chance, and maximized by Mofya. It was 8-7. What an encounter. Mofya is crawling up the hill slowly to join Ishmael at the top of the hill. It may end in a decider here. You never know. "15 frames down. You see Ishmael looking deep in thought there, thinking hard. He may be cursing at himself here, but he still looks hungry and eager for that win. He's set to break. I think if he breaks dry, he will lose the frame. If he breaks in pots, he will win the frame. That's my prediction. He manages a pot on the break, and I think he may go for the yellows. Well, Pina saying now we're going to say it isn't prematurely. It is prematurely. You congratulating Ishmael there. It was premature, but the odds are in his favor here, highly so. Yellows are looking yummy. Nicely placed, a lot better than the yellows. Taking time to think, as I'm sure he's hoping to close us off with a green apple, like you are predicting. Now we close it with a green apple, a break and a run. Matluva difference, you're asking David is playing who? David, aka BK, is up against Innocent from TZ, from Tanzania. Eswatini Pool Entertainment, high five. Miss you too. You guys are a good crowd, good sport. High five to you, kudos to you. I got my nickname Pris the Voice when I was in Eswatini, at the Eswatini Pool Festival that the tournament organizers gave me that nickname. High five to you. Ishmael here, still working at it. That execution wasn't the best. I'm sure he had hoped to not leave that red in that position, giving himself clear view of the other yellow along the rail. It would have been easier, much easier for him to go for that yellow along the rail and then use the yellow in the pocket to make white for the last yellow. He still can.
Priscilla, that was a shot from a confident player. Did you see that shot? It was very confident, but going forward. Oh, Priscilla! What a letdown! Because ISHMAEL is in the hill. He just needs one. Mofya from Zambia needs two. Wow. Sometimes in this game you play one shot at a time. But there, I think it was overthinking. It was really an overthinking situation there. But here we are. Mofya is on the red balls. And with his quality, I think all of those balls can go in. All the red balls can go in his quality. All those red balls can go in. And if it goes to a decider, anybody can win. Anybody, Priscilla. If you go to a decider, anybody can win.
Yeah, true. It's really any man's game. And seeing from the way these guys are queuing, they look to both be in form. I think whoever breaks, if they pot on the break, will win the decider. If they don't, if they break dry.
I see this trust me, this is a decider in the making.
So if he breaks in pots, he will win it. If he breaks dry, then he will lose it.
That's a very interesting perspective. It depends who will break this last frame. Because for me, this straight away, it will be a decider, in my opinion. All the years of our experience, this is a decider in the making.
Yeah, and ISHMAEL will be the one to break in the decider loading perhaps. You see, Molatelo Dennis, what I was saying about premature celebration. ISHMAEL is still up against it. His head is not yet above water. Mofya is fighting hard.
We said it in the beginning, we called it out, that Mofya is a fighter. And you can see the fight in this boy. This young boy from Zambia is a fighter and a half. But this is a diehard. This guy never die. ISHMAEL never die.
Yeah, ISHMAEL, aka Die Hard. You have to really put up a fight with lots of kicks to take down Die Hard. And they don't call him Die Hard for nothing. Mofya now down to 3 reds. They don't look too difficult. He's very composed.
Wow, how about that, Priscilla? How that for a shot? This is finishable. It's a decider, as we predicted.
Molatelo Dennis saying, don't worry, Priscilla, ISHMAEL is taking the session. He will take the session, I think, if he manages to break in pot. And if he doesn't, I think Mofya will take the session. That's my personal prediction. It'll all boil down to the break in the decider. And my prediction here is Mofya is clearing this frame, and then we get to witness the decider. What a thrill. What a show.
And what is interesting, wow. What is interesting, ISHMAEL knows Mofya's game so well, because ISHMAEL spends so much of his time, a lot of his time in Zambia. So he knows this, the way they play. So this decider will be very interesting indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a massive decider.
Yeah, you are right. ISHMAEL does indeed know Mofya's game. And the reverse is true. They know each other's game very well. We saw ISHMAEL there shaking his head. He's in disbelief. I'm sure he thought he had it. But we are all prone to mistakes, and that mistake cost him. That mistake right there that we see on the replay.
Look at it. Wow. Mofya has taken a small little break, which is very interesting. And in scenarios like this, even ISHMAEL should have taken a small little break just to cap down and meditate a little bit. But he's just confident. So, in my opinion, if you look at the framework of cognitive functions of a human being, the person who's taking a small state break just to meditate a little bit could be having an upper hand, or could be having an advantage. I know, Priscilla, you are not religious enough, but I can assure you, this one, it is 40% ISHMAEL, 60% Mofya, trust me.
At the minute, in my opinion, it's 50-50. But like I said, and I still stick to my opinion, that's my opinion. It will all boil down to this last break. These two are queuing equally well. ISHMAEL's looking worried at the moment. And Moses
The
is
body
back.
language. The body language is interesting.
Yeah, look at the body language there. ISHMAEL a bit slumped up in his chair, talking to his fellow countryman every now and again. I think he keeps regretting one or two shots that he made.
I can see, interestingly, the world champion Senzo is just next to him there, and I think he's just encouraging him here. And there are 3 South Africans next to him there. So, in my opinion, this is an interesting decider.
Very interesting indeed. And yeah, if ISHMAEL manages to make a pot on the break, he will win. And if he breaks dry, Mofya will win. Yeah, there I said it.
I'm giving a straight question. Zimbabweans, do you get along with the Zambians? Because apparently you tilt towards the South African and your neighbor there, Zimbabwe. I don't think Zambia. Zimbabweans and Zambians against South Africa.
Yes, we are definitely one. We get along so well. We're brothers and sisters. I mean, we were once technically one country, Southern Rhodesia and Northern Rhodesia. We are one love. Zambia Kuchalo, Zambia to the world. Oh, my bad. It's actually Mofya to break.
Wow, that is even more interesting, Priscilla.
He breaks and pots, but the position of the cue balls saved by the bell, saved by the break there where he managed to pot the black in the press.
Evans Okacha, this is a very interesting scene. We anticipated, we said this young Zambian boy is a fighter. From the beginning, we called it out, and here it is. This is the result, and this is the proof that this Zambian boy is a fighter.
I mean, it really never looked like it initially because remember, it was too late to this party, Mofya. Initially, we had said that this game is going down to the wire. But at 4-1, we were discouraged and just said, okay, it's a very clean, easy win for ISHMAEL. But as I was out there tracking other games, by the way, Jerry has qualified into the semi-final. Look at the pressure under which his face is really giving it away. But now, guys, Jerry has proceeded 9-7 to the semi-final. Caesar is 7-7 with Sula, but possibly could be going to 8. And Innocent Sami is leading against David Mchana Mbudi. So that's the updates from other table. Back to this game, which is actually a one frame to decide who walks away with the slot in the semi-final.
Do you know what? I'm actually feeling a bit confused. I can almost swear Mofya is the one who broke in the last frame. I'm going to rewind this at the end and check it out. I think in the previous frame, I remember Mofya breaking and fouling. And then shaking his head in disbelief. I vividly remember that. Or maybe I need that coffee. I still need that coffee to wake up.
I think let's get you that coffee before anything else. The Red Bull as well, because that will give you wings and you can tell us the future.
Stop it. We passed that now.
Great. So Mofya on the table now. 8-8. This will be maybe the biggest demonstration of ice-cold nerves in a game of pool. He knows how to handle his pressure, never shows it. Anybody that was watching this game before coming to see it get down to a decider must be wondering what exactly just happened here. What happened here? Attains a nice position there to take that red ball to the center right. Just do the natural and then go up top to the top left and then back down to the bottom right. Correct. Now he needs to transition down down table. Wow. Wow. boy, oh boy, what are we seeing here? What are we looking at here? Hello, John Wankuru. Hi, back to you. Mofya, this is a real show of resilience, honestly. This is a fight. This is a demonstration of just how much and how far he is willing to go to fight for a place in the finals. Priscilla, Mofya is into the semi-final. Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's a little tricky though, the position of the black, but I'm sure he might manage it. And just well done. Just thinking back to Molatelo, who was supporting ISHMAEL. He said, close us off with an apple. Well, he was right about one thing. Apple it was, but it was not from ISHMAEL. Congratulations to Mofya. Just hang 10 as we just give Mofya a quick interview here. Mofya, can you come over for a quick interview? Can we go stand over there? How do you feel after that win? That was an awesome fight you put up, hey? How do you feel coming back, engaging a serious handbrake and eventually winning that?
Yeah, I feel great because it was a tough game. I was six, 8 down, but equalized.
You did put up such a fight. More fire to you. Those were fiery shots. Well done to you. Congratulations once again and good luck for your next encounter. Are you looking forward to grabbing the top prize of $6,000 first prize?
Yes. I'm ready for it.
All the best to you, Zambia Kuchalu. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mofya Moses, our winner for this round. That's it from me, Priscilla. Press the voice. Over to you, Evans. A comment on how that ended.
I surely have no comment on this one. Honestly, really, I tell you, Priscilla, Mofya is yet the real definition that we get to see of what resilience is. He never panicked. He never gave it away. He fought to his last breath. I mean, there's a lot to learn from this game, honestly, in terms of any player that is just getting into this high level of play. At any one point, at 4-1, it was very easy to give up. But the game is ending at 9-8. Surely, William Soko, I want to get back to you. William Soko, I'm calling you out. 9-7, your prediction. But now here we are. Very close. Very, very close. You actually got it right that Mofya is going to win, but too close to call. William Soko, congratulations. As we begin to wind up the proceedings of this match, we shall definitely be seeing you in the first semi-final. Otherwise, it is a wrap for me, Evan Sokacha and Priscilla, with the final score, ISHMAEL Mtetwa 8, Moses Mofya 9. Goodbye.